welcome back to another video. This really popped when I saw it. That to me is a monster increase. Again, this book got hot. This book is ready to go higher.
So let's jump right into it.
We are back today with another statue review from Diamond Select Toys. Without further ado, let's get into the review. What is going on, YouTube? This is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles, and I want to thank you guys for joining me for another video here on the channel. Today we have something special. That's right, I have an unboxing for you guys. Now, I know what you're thinking. I do unboxings all the time, and it's not that great, but this one is different. This is something so unique and so different that I have to do it in front of you guys. Before we get started in the video, like always, I want to remind you guys, if you're not a current subscriber of the channel, you're definitely missing out. Hit that sub button for me. Once we get this 6,000 subs, and we're almost there, I'm giving away a Wolverine Hulk statue. It's freaking awesome. And of course, if you're a member of the channel, I'm giving away some original art, Spidey art, to one lucky member of the channel. Also, hit that like button for me. It really does help the channel out as well. I really appreciate it. All right, so like I said before, this is something totally different. It's an incomplete comic. And you guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a really long time, I don't buy incomplete books. I don't really buy restored books unless they're Golden Age books. But this one is something that is so scarce, I had to snatch it up. So a little information before I go ahead and unbox this thing. There are actually only 42 copies of this book on the CGC Sense, which makes it ultra freaking rare. Okay, we're going to go through a couple of the grades right here, right now. So we have, like I said, 42 total copies, 27 Universal Blue Labels, 0 qualified, 0 signature series, and believe it or not, 15 restored copies of this book. Now, I don't know if that gives you a hint or not, but there are 3 0.5 copies on the CGC Census. Now, this book is a raw book, so we're going to say there's at least 43 copies out there, right? At least. This would be the fourth 0.5 because it is an incomplete book, like I said before. So, with that said, guys, it is a Golden Age book, a book I would not normally be going after, but if you don't know what this book value holds, it's because something is in the interior of this book that I've been wanting for a really long time. Now, if you're a member of the channel, you guys know that I've been going after this book. I've been looking for it, and I told you that it was super scarce, as we know now, but I didn't think I would be able to find this book so quickly, and it's quite expensive as well. So because of the book's scarcity, it rarely sells. So the last sale we actually had on any grade, believe it or not, was September of 2022. It was a restored copy of 4.0 of $6,222. Then we also had a Universal 3.5 sell in April of 2001 for $14,400. Then, of course, we had a Universal Blue Label sell for a 4.0 of $22,200 in January of 2022. We're going to take a look at the book that I have. It's a 0.5 incomplete. The last sale for a 0.5 incomplete was way back in 2008 for only $1,300. So keep that in your head. An incomplete 0.5 is only $1,300. And I knew right off the bat I did not want to spend a ton of money on this book. It is not a massive key, but it does have something in it that I did want. And because it was super scarce and because it's related to a character that is one of my favorite characters out there, I knew I had to go ahead and snatch it if I could find one for a deal. And I actually have one right here. Now, I bought this book on a platform that I've actually never purchased anything before. So it was interesting for me to kind of see how it all worked. And it was very, very seamless. So I was happy about that. I got this book on Shortbox. Now, if you guys don't know about Shortbox, it's an app you can find on probably the iOS store or, of course, anything on a Google phone. I don't use Google phone, so I have no idea if they're on there or not. But they are on iOS. So I've used Shortbox before from just looking around, never actually bought anything, but when they're in their infancy, they actually only had slabs that you could buy. I think it was a lot safer for them once they started to only deal in slabs because a lot of people could get scammed on books. But now that they allow raw sales, the process is this. If you purchase a raw book on Shortbox, it actually gets sent to Shortbox first before they ship it out to you to go through a check process, I guess. But the book arrived on Monday to me, and it's in my hand, and we're going to go ahead and unbox this thing right now. So I gave you all the information out there. I want to see if anyone out there can guess what it is off the top of your head without knowing anything else from the information that I gave you. So drop me down in the comments if you knew what it was before I go ahead and unbox this thing, because that would be pretty impressive. I'm not going to lie to you, but again, you guys know if you watch my channel all the time, I'm a collector of history. You guys know that. So if a comic book has a significance, an important historical significance, I'm definitely interested. Now, that doesn't mean I'm going to buy everything that has historical significance, but this one, like I said, it was important if I could find it on a deal to go ahead and buy it. And like I said, it's an incomplete book, and I don't do this often. I own one incomplete book in my collection. That is my Amazing Spider-Man #1, and it is missing the back cover. But the price I got for it was like years and years ago. I think I paid like $2 grand for it, which is still a good price. So I decided if I was going to spend money, I wanted to put that money towards an AF-15. So I went ahead and actually picked up that book, even though I knew it didn't have a back cover. But it presents like a 4.0, and it does have a blue label from CGC. So keep that in your mind. Not everything with a missing pages or missing something is automatically a green label. You can request the blue label, and you'll get like a lower grade, like mine's a 0.5 instead of being probably a 4.0, because it's actually a beautiful looking copy of that book. But back to this thing, okay? So they did a really great job packaging this thing, as you can see. Nicely bubble wrapped, and inside the bubble wrap is, of course, 2 giant pieces of cardboard housing this book. They really did a phenomenal job. So I'm not sure if this is short boxed or this is the seller that packaged this way. I'm assuming it's short boxed, because right inside is this, a nice short boxed card advertisement. It was very, very easy to use. No complaints whatsoever. I do actually like the app and the way it's worked. Even for slabs, I've heard it's a really great process. The one thing I'll say about short boxes, the majority of the books on there that I've searched for, they're a little bit overpriced in my opinion. And I know that's not short box for it, so it's the people that are actually listing these books for sale. So keep that in your mind when you're using them, but you can always find diamonds in the rough, and that's what this book is to me. So keep that in your head. They did a phenomenal job packing this thing. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I just hope that the seller said what was in this book is actually present, because like I did say, it is an incomplete book. So I always get nervous with stuff like that, because people don't always know. So, wow. So, can anybody guess what this is yet? I don't know. Drop the comments down below. I'll check the timestamp on this thing. So here we have... Let's see if you guys can guess what it is just from that. So obviously you can see it's a Superman is involved in this comic, but I'll show you the back so you can see what they do on Shortbox for raw books. They did an awesome job. So I'm actually going to go ahead and take this book out. So for anybody who doesn't know, this is a copy of Action Comics number 12. Now, does everyone out there know the significance of this book and what is inside this book? I'm not too sure. I think a lot of the people who have been collecting comics a long time, especially Action Comics fans, stuff like that, they probably know. But outside of that, maybe you don't know the significance of what's in here. Obviously, it's, I think, the 12th appearance of Superman, obviously. That's an easy one to guess, but there's something else inside this book. Now, I'm just kind of gently flipping through the book right now because I want to be very careful. So yes, it is here, 100%. What I'm looking for to be here and present in this book is actually here. So I'm going to be very careful because this book is very old and it's very delicate. And I'm going to try to show you this without causing damage. But inside this book is a ad for Detective Comics number 27, which is obviously the first appearance of Batman. Now, I'm going to show it to you guys because this technically is the first appearance of Batman. There he is, right there on the corner by my fingers. I'm going to go ahead and take a snapshot of this and actually put it on the screen for you guys. You guys can go ahead and take a look. So this way I'm not holding the book for too long, but there it is, the first true appearance of the Batman. Now, again, I never thought in my life that I'd be able to find this book for a deal. And as you can see right now, I'm going to show you this book is incomplete. It's kind of falling apart, which is not a big deal to me because I'm only want that ad. I don't care about Action Comics 12. Great Superman book, don't get me wrong. It's actually a pretty cool cover. It's missing the cover. I actually gone ahead and ordered a repro cover on eBay. Thank you, Jason from Omega Collects, because he actually turned me on to the guy. The cover is only $20, so that's cool. I'll place it on here, put it in a Mylar. I don't want to slab this book because I want to be able to show people what is inside it, right? What is inside is the most important thing out there, in my opinion, outside of Detective Comics number 27, and then, of course, Batman number 1. But having that ad is, you know, you can say right now it's not the true first appearance of Batman. I get it. He have his own comic in Tech 27. That is the true first appearance. But this is the time anyone ever sees Batman's face and what he looks like. A depiction of this character who's become an icon in our society. So to me, I'm a huge Batman fan. You guys know that. It's Spidey, him, Hulk and Punisher are my main characters. Then we can go into Superman and some other characters. But for me, having this book, it's just 42 people have it. I'm number 43 right now that we know of. I don't know if there's any on the CBCS census or not. I have no idea. I'm sure there's a few raw copies out there that nobody knows about, like this one. But just, I was shocked when I saw this thing on Shortbox. I was searching eBay. I was searching IG. I was searching Shortbox. Anywhere that you could think of, Comic Link, the auction houses, Heritage, everywhere. Nobody had this book. It's super scarce. And when I saw it on Shortbox and it was an incomplete and was really on my price range or what I really wanted to pay for this book, I jumped it. I actually made the guy an offer. So he had listed it for $2,000. I actually made him an offer of $1,500 and he accepted. And I cannot tell you how super ecstatic I am to finally have this book. It's a piece of history. And that's what this collecting thing is that we do, right? To me, it's about history. It's about having something maybe that no one else has or they don't know the significance of, and having something that's super significant like this in my collection was just, it was a no-brainer for me to get it at such a good deal. So I want your comments. I want your likes. I want you to let me know if I did a good thing by getting this book. Do you care that it's incomplete? Do you care? It's actually missing pages too. I hate to be honest with you guys, but I actually reached out to someone else to see if they could repro those pages as well, just to complete the book so I have a complete story. But is it worth it? Did I do a good job? Do you think I'm nuts for spending that kind of money on a book that's not only incomplete, but only has an ad for a character, the first ad? But I want to hear your comments. Like always, guys, this is a whirlwind. If you're not a member of the channel, the Mighty level, you guys get what I'm looking for. The Mighty Mafia members have known that I've been looking for this book for quite a while. So if you're interested in membership, I have a $1.99 version. Of course, you get all my videos early. For us, the $4.99, $5 a month, I actually give you an extra video to let you guys know what books I'm actually looking for right now. So this is Lawrence over at Mighty Comics and Collectibles saying thank you for watching. Appreciate it. And I'll talk to you guys soon.